This episode of Pitbike Mods, we're going to install a Pro Circuit dress-up kit. First we'll start by taking the cam cover off. All we need is an 8mm socket to take the cam cover and tappet covers off. I used a 3mm Allen key socket to take off the cam cover. I just marked the bottom tappet cover just for when, if I put the stock tappet cover on, I know to put the bottom one on the bottom because it's a bit beat up. I had to use an 8mm spanner to take off the top tappet cover as there wasn't enough room between the carb and the engine to put a socket and ratchet. So now we're going to put the O-rings from the stock covers onto the Pro Circuit covers. So you can use a pick to just go under the O-ring, pull it out, and you can put it on the Pro Circuit one. Pretty straightforward. Just make sure it's pushed down so it doesn't come out. The cam cover already had a O-ring in it. I don't have to take it out of the stock cam cover. This is a used set. So I bought this before Pro Circuit released the exact same set recently. So I bought this set because it was a bit hard to find. The new set actually doesn't come with a ignition cover because this is from the old KLX, the 09 and older. So yeah, you won't be able to find this brand new, but the cam cover, the tappet covers, the oil cover, you'll be able to find those brand new from Pro Circuit. I wanted to make some people aware that this dress-up kit works for all KLX engines, from the 2002 to 2009 KLX and from 2010 to current generation KLX motors. It fits all the same. On the Pro Circuit website it says it fits certain models, but it doesn't. It fits all engines, they're all the same. Only some internal parts have changed, but that's it. Make sure when you're tightening down the covers to tighten the bolts evenly. If you don't, it won't create an even enough seal and you'll get a leak. Since this is a 2010 model, Pro Circuit don't make ignition cover for the new KLX models. Pro Circuit do make an ignition cover for the 2010s to current version of the KLX110. I just recorded this video before this part got released, so if you wanted to get an ignition cover for your bike, check out Pro Circuit. The reason because the stock one has a big hole. Pro Circuit does make a cap for it, but doesn't look like this. So to make the old ignition cover work on the new KLX, we just use the stock one, put this on top, and the actual bolt holes line up. There's a tiny bit of a gap, but it still works, still looks good. No one notices it, and yeah, it's pretty good for able to work on the newer models. The thing is, we don't use the stock bolts that are on the bike. I had to go to the hardware store and get these M5 19mm bolts. They're a Phillips head bit, and we'll just put those in. It will sit flush onto the ignition cover, and it will work really well on the bike. So let's put everything on the bike and see how it looks. Make sure when you're tightening down the Phillips head bolts not to tighten them too tight, as you might strip the head. There you have it, the Pro Circuit dress up kit is all installed. Looks pretty sick, makes the bike look a bit more factory. I'll link them in the description below. The only thing that Pro Circuit didn't re-release is the ignition cover. That's not a big deal, you'll be able to find one second hand. Pro Circuit did release, there's a bit of a cover inside with the oil cover, which is what I'm gonna get as well, because the original owner destroyed the oil cap. But that's not a big deal. Pro Circuit re-released it, so I'll buy a brand new one. Go check them out, get a set for your bike, and I'll see you next time.